Welcome to Relax and Paint. And today I've taken a black canvas and I'm painting one of my last pumpkin things for the season. Um, this is like close to the last day in October, and I know we have Thanksgiving coming up, but I need to be painting Christmas or other holiday, winter, different things. So I'm excited to tell you that we have new calendars coming out for One Stroke Advantage. So if you are not a member, you'd like to be a member, come check us out. Okay. And you can start at like $10 and a month and get lots of advantages. So go check out, please subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I'm going to be on, and make sure you hit join and just see what the advantages are with my membership here. Okay. And if you check about Donna, you will also see that my husband and I do a Patreon where we teach you a lot about business and how to make painting make you money or save you money or just help you grow your talents. All right. So go check it out if you get a chance, and let's get painting. All right. Okay, so we're not doing a jar, by the way. We're going to do a white pumpkin, but I already had this black canvas base coated, so I thought I'm going to go for it if that's okay with you guys. These are some of the colors I'm using multi-surface colors, and they have a sealer in them, so they're really wonderful. I do have large bottles of the white, which are really nice, and I base coat in my sponge with licorice to get the background. And you can see is there sheen in it because this paint has a sealer in it. So you could paint this on wood or whatever, put it indoor, outdoors, so it makes it really nice. Just ignore my pattern because I'm going to show you something I came up with that I thought would look good. Oops, there's pink in there. I was painting earlier, so here we go. So I'm going to pick up Worker White. This is one of my 1-stroke 3/4 inch brushes. Okay. I'm trying to not have a glare in here. Okay, so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do a bigger pumpkin. And down here, we're going to have leaves. All right, so I'm going to come right around here, And this is how you're going to get the back segments of the pumpkin. Wait a minute, I'm going to come around here first. More slower so it doesn't sputter there. Okay, so we're going to come right here. A little bit more. All right, so this is going to be an off-white pumpkin. I put in the gray so that you get some shading in there like that. All right. I want to bring it up a little bit so you don't see that glare. Sometimes black makes it really have a real hard glare on it. All right, so I'm going to take this around the edges just so when you hang it or sit it in the easel, people see the edges there. Okay, I might black that out. So, all right, so you see, I have it up on this wonderful easel so it doesn't get you too much glare, but it's the black now. Let's make it a problem. Okay, I'm going to go over this again. This is a beauty. If you don't like something, go right back over it. Okay. And then we're going to come right in here. Okay, and then right in the middle. Coming down and sliding back up. All right, so see. Now what I'm going to do is I ran this one off the side, which I think that looks good. And then I'm going to come right in here. While it's still wet, this is an easy thing to do, right? All right, so I'm going to make this one just over here on the side, filling in. the shape of the pumpkin. And every time I'm leaving, I'm going over there, side loading a little bit of medium gray. So watch this. I'm picking up white, side load a little bit of medium gray, just on one edge. And no matter what color you make your pumpkins, that's all we do. So see, now if I want this to look like it's behind, I come way up here and then I go all the way to the outside edge. Instead of making it look like it's next to it, that makes it look like it's behind. So I can come here, but then take it out. And see, I went slow right there. That's another segment. Then I'm coming all the way down. Right, you see how we're building that? All right, so then in front, I'm just coming straight here, straight down. You can tell the white didn't have enough white. It should feel like butter when you're making these strokes, like you got so much paint, but that's what it feels like. There we go. So we just get our two pumpkins in, and after I get through, I'll know if I need to put some licorice back over there. So then I'm coming here and I'm going to pick out the linen, and this is burr number, and I went down to a 16 flat brush. Okay, so I'm going to come right into here. You see that? I'm in here. And I'm making these little dimples around there. And I'm going to come up. Now I should wait on this because I'm going to put the leaves and then I'm going to add this after. But we'll just go ahead and put a little bit of the base coat, and we'll repaint this after on this one. There's leaves behind it. All right, then in here, we're going to come right up here. There we go. All right. All right, now what's going to happen here is I went there and here. See how I'm just kind of going that from there to there to there. I did have some linen, but it looks almost like I used white, so I make it a little bit darker. There we go. And I just side loaded a little bit of that linen. Okay. All right. Sometimes you can bring a little bit of licorice in there and give it some darkness, but right now I'm just trying to get that first base coat in there. Okay, so you don't have to do a lot to the pumpkins themselves. What's going to be fun is coming in here with some little bits of sticks. So I'm going to have little twigs. There, I want you to see it coming off a little bit higher. Which way am I going? This way. I put a little bit of twigs. All right. And I'm just letting it kind of be some earthy brown twigs. Over here, it's in a pumpkin patch, and there might be some briars and different branches coming in here. All right, but it's kind of fall where some of the greenery's gone away, and then that's what I'm seeing as I'm clipping out, just even here in Florida. All right, some little twigs because all the leaves fell off. All right, this is still the 16. You might feel better with the 12. Okay. All right. So that's just a little bit of twigs stuff before you get started here with some of the leaves. All right, so I'm going to use, I know we can use bigger brushes, but I'm going to use the 16 first. And I'm just going to do some linen and white. And these are a couple, oh, right here. Linen, 16 flat, and worker white. Okay, so what's going to happen is down here underneath, get a teeny bit of brown on the outside edge, but I'm going to come here, wiggle, wiggle, and send just kind of a tan with a little bit of the Pueblo. Yeah, here, here. All right, just a little bit off there. Okay, so I'm going to come right in here a little bit and make another leaf over here. Pull a stem in there. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more out here. And pull a stem in there. All right, I just put a couple of those at the bottom. You could have one in the back here somewhere. All right, so I think we can use a teeny bit of yellow ochre maybe with the Pueblo. Gotta get some of this white out because we really don't want the white in there or the linen. But we can add brown here and there, okay? So we're gonna have a leaf hanging there. All right, see here. There's one, two. All right, and we can have Pueblo and yellow ochre with a little bit of her number. Then we can have a couple of these. These are smaller. Make your stem come in there. So these have a little bit of berry on them. Okay. See, just those bright, pretty colors on the leaves made me really happy. So that's why I thought you guys would like this. All right. Okay. Okay. Gonna have some yellow ochre coming down. And then we come up, down. Okay, so I need this laid flat all the time, so you see that you're gonna get all that nice shading. Okay. You have that black in the background that makes it really nice. Just put a little bit of yellow here. I'm gonna come right in here with yellow ochre. Add a little bit of white to the yellow ochre. All right, I can get Pueblo and brown. I think it makes a really pretty color. You know, I think we need some burnt sienna, which will give it. I've just been using burnt umber, but a little bit of burnt sienna might be good. And it's a matte finish, just acrylic matte. Sorry. See, it's a matte, it looks a little bit different. I know that shows the label upside down or side reversed. Okay. So I can get the burnt sienna. It's kind of rusty, not more rusty than the Pueblo. All right. And you're going to alternate, right? One time you're going to pick up yellow, sometimes you're going to pick up rust, sometimes you're putting burnt umber in there. All right. So I just thought having all these beautiful fall leaves and then a white pumpkin collection here. I'm gonna put some bright. Let's put some bright over here too. See, that was bright here, bright there. A little bit bright up there. Okay. We will put some berries, but what I want to do now is I'm going to come all the way around. Let's move these sponges out of the way. We're going to come all the way in here. And we're going to put dark brown behind here. So that when I'm putting leaves in here, we can shade from behind. Put some rust. Oh, that did have rust in it. And some more over here. See, it worked out that I could use this canvas that I had already started tracing on, didn't it? Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this around my edges. Now, I am going to come back in and shade with some black, a little bit for darkness. But what I want you to see is that usually try to do that. And also, see, I don't want that on the white, so you can take that off while it's wet with a clean, wet brush. All right, so I am also coming around with this, bringing the bright orange in there. I mean, the bright blue number in there. So it's a little bit darker. And then we can put some white details. All right. So a little bit, it could be a little bit of linen even. Twist it a little bit because the little lines do kind of twist. Okay. Same thing for here. Okay. Gives it a little bit of detail. All right, so I'm gonna blow dry this. See, that's kind of a fun project, but when it's gonna look good is when I dry it. This is a heat pen. We have these on my site, and these I use a lot for glass. And they're not too loud, so I can still be talking and teaching in shade. I'm mostly gonna dry right around here. Now you can use your hair dryer. Oops, look, I touched that, darn it. I don't even know I'm touching it. You can use the hair dryer, but I'm trying to heat it up and we're gonna put the berries on in a minute. Right in there, I'm gonna shade. Now you can leave it at this point and be happy. But I'm gonna share with you what happens. Because now I'm gonna take some floating media. And it's the clear liquid we use instead of water. All right, so I'm gonna take and load my 16. Now I had that full of paint, so I cleaned it out. Got the floating medium. And I can pick up some gray. All right, and then I can come around this a little bit and accent it a little bit more with grays. Like that's behind. See how it shades a little bit, and then I can come in here a little bit. And see, you want to hit the back of each segment. See the back side of it? Because then that means it gives you depth, right? So here's back of it. Then here's back. There's back. And then you can shade down in there some. All right, so see the difference in two? It just gives it a little bit more. Or like I said, it's fine without. All right, so I'm picking up the medium gray. All right. So we can put a little bit of gray in here. And then you can also make this pumpkin sit in front of the other pumpkin. You just go over it a few times. And then that makes that pumpkin look like it's on top of that pumpkin, right? So see, you right, go over to the limbs and the vines, and then you go as the vines pop back out, right? All right, so this comes right in here. All right, you can also, to darken things, you can also come in here. You don't have to do any of this, but if you just want to get more depth, you can come in on top of some of the leaves with shading. All right. Or I could just come in here with burnt umber and see, do a few darker pieces, like right here. See how it gives a little bit more shading. By laying it in there, you're kind of giving it the vein and shading your leaf some. Okay, so I really want to come here and show you the depth you're going to get. You come in here with a burnt umber. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of licorice because I want you to see that it kind of looks flat still. It doesn't look like it's got the leaves behind it a little bit more. So I'm going to heat that back up just a little bit. Isn't that fun? Okay, so I do have these. I'm gonna get my daubers. I think I took them to the mice. Let me see, so make sure I got them here. Yeah, okay. So we can come in here. There's some yellow. And there's some yellow ochre. All right, so I'm going to we let that dry a little bit. You guys can stop the video at any time, remember, and start it again. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up, oh, before I do this, use those little daubers. I'm sorry. I'm gonna dry off my brush, get some floating medium, and then grab a little bit of licorice. Okay, so where you want to see, oh no, how do I get that white? Okay. I'm going to come here because there should be licorice in the background, right? And I'm going to come back here, and that's going to put that leaf back there. And then right in here, and mix that leaf and the branches back there. See how we put a little bit of dark there? Oops, 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 oops. And just a little bit of dark in there. So what you want to do is wipe some of that away off the leaf. All right. Now, where I wanted to put the licorice is right back here. So these leaves would set back. Okay, so see, that just gave you a little bit of depth there and a little bit of depth here. All right, just so it looks like it's behind it. Just a little bit in a couple places. It kind of gives you some, just come along here. There we go. Just a few places. All right, let's do the daubers and we're done. But you can take little branches a little bit of licorice with the brown. And one of the things that I was telling you earlier is that we could put a little bit of licorice in here. Just a little bit. And it's a little inky with water. This I did use some water. All right, so now I can take some brown, a little bit of rusty. You have enough color that it actually shows. I don't know if that's showing. Okay, so we have these little branches. Okay, then that'll make that look good. Okay. Okay, see, that makes it kind of interesting. All right, and then so I'm going to take some yellow and I'm going to yellow and Pueblo. I touch and twist, touch, twist. And then I can even pick up a little bit of brown. So you touch the two, and then you're going to twist. All right, so I do go around and do that. And then I go over here. All right. And I can put a little bit of the burnt sienna in there. Give it a little bit darker. And now we're going to come right in here with some browns and the burnt sienna. And I'm just going to put some layers there a little bit. Okay, so I did do a little bit of that, but then you can also take the end of your brush and you can do some little with the burnt umber and a little bit of the Pueblo. All right, just a few. Oops, I can make a circle if I mess that up. But as you get smaller, I can put 1, so you're doing 2, 3. As you do that, they just get smaller and smaller. All right, now there you go. So I hope you like that. That's pretty much the last one I'm going to do during one of our relaxing paints or whatever for fall. I thought that'd be fun. All right, but you could throw some red leaves in or different color leaves, but there you are. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.